Hi, if you found your way here, I want you to know something right away. Even if you still feel shattered, you're not doing grief wrong, and you're definitely not alone. Grief is brutal. It shatters everything: your routines, your identity, your nervous system. It changes your body, your sleep, your sense of time. It's not just the absence of your loved one. It's the unraveling of who you were with them and the life that you built together. And no one teaches you how to live through that. I'm here to tell you that there is a way forward. It's not by rushing your healing. It's not by bypassing the pain, but by walking forward with presence and permission to become this different version of you. Not who you were, not who you are now, but who you're actually becoming. My name is Lumi. I'm a widow. I'm a senior accredited practitioner of the Journey Method and a transformational life coach. I walked my beloved Bodhi home during the pandemic. He was diagnosed with a terminal illness and chose death with dignity. We tried multiple different things, and ultimately that's what he chose. I was his caregiver. I was by his side. I held him as he transitioned. Before he passed, we had a dream. We were going to move to Spain together. And in one of our conversations in the last weeks, he made me promise that I would still go, that I'd live the life that we envisioned, even if I had to do it without him. And so I did. It didn't happen right away. Grief doesn't have a timeline. But just over 2.5 years later, I dismantled my entire life. I sent my cats to live temporarily with a dear friend. I sold or gave away everything I owned. I packed what was left of me and I went to Spain alone. 2 months later, I went back for my cats because now, 15 and 13, they're my children and part of my soul. And together we began again. To be honest, the path was not easy navigating so many changes. But I had something many widows don't. I had the deep emotional healing tools of the Journey Method. Includes cellular memory release, inner child work, trauma clearing, somatic integration. So while grief was still excruciating, I didn't get stuck in it. I didn't collapse under the weight of other people's expectations or the pressure to move on, or he wouldn't want you to be sad. I grieved consciously. I gave space to my devastation, my sorrow, my confusion, my fear, my exhaustion, and eventually my happiness and even joy. Navigating this experience, I was noticing what other widows were being told, the outdated grief models, the loneliness, the quiet suffering, the shame, the dismissal of what they were experiencing and living. I knew I had to speak because surviving the loss is only the beginning. There's a whole life to rebuild after that. The good news is you don't have to do it alone. The women that I work with, they're not brand new to grief. I mean, some are, and generally they've already survived the hardest moments. And now they're standing in the space in between. Who am I now? What does rebuilding even look like? Is happiness or joy possible or even safe again? I guide widows through this sacred in-between. My signature one-to-one process is called the 3R method, and it's the heart of my 16-week program called WITH, Widows in Transition and Healing. And this is what it looks like. The 3 R's: rediscover who you are now, beyond the roles that you've taken on, beyond the grief and what you've experienced. Reclaiming your voice, your energy, your desires, your body, parts of you that shattered and parts of you that have been birthed through this grief experience. Recreating a life that's rooted in meaning, beauty, and you, your choices, your intentions. We move gently, deeply, consciously. There's no rushing, there's no pressure, just honest guidance and support. So you can finally exhale. You finally feel seen, validated, and safe. So what makes us different from other grief support? I don't hand you worksheets and tell you to find closure. I don't expect you to be over it already. I walk with you inside the complexity, inside the emotion, inside the very real fear that life can't or won't be beautiful again. And here's what I know. It can be. It gets to be. But not by going back. It's by continuing forward. The way I hold space is steady, intuitive, and deeply safe. I've lived it, I've walked through it, and I've guided others through it as well. Clients tell me they finally feel seen. They feel like their lived experience matters, that what they feel is valid, like they can finally breathe again and begin to trust life. I created With for the woman who's quietly wondering, is there more for me now? Could I actually feel joy or peace or even passion again? What if I allowed myself to dream even just a little bit? This is your invitation to explore that. You're not leaving him behind, you're carrying him forward with you. You get to rise beautifully into who you're evolving into. If this speaks to your heart, I'd love to walk with you. Click the link below to apply or even book a connection call. We'll talk, honestly. I'll answer any questions you have. There's no pressure, just presence. Right now, there are a few spaces open for one-to-one support inside With. If you feel the pull, trust that. And if you'd like to begin gently, if you'd like to dip your toe in, there are options for you. There's a clarity session, a single 45-minute call to bring clarity and direction to wherever you feel most stuck. There's the space between. It's a 5-day guided voice support experience to help you reconnect with yourself, soften more of those edges of grief, and to gain clarity on what could be your next steps. There's a sacred threshold session, a focused, one-time session to cross a meaningful threshold or clear something or connect with what is wanting to be faced now. If you feel drawn to something even in between there, a shorter support container or a custom package, just let me know. We'll find what feels right. You're allowed to rebuild. You're allowed to receive support. And you're allowed to thrive. I see you, sister. I'm with you, and you are not alone.